Christmas. It's that time of the year yet again. Merry Christmas. I know we are like a few days away, okay, weeks away, but our Vlogmas is here. I wanted to do a video on simple Christmas cocktails to make during these festive seasons. We are so excited because this year we are able to host. Curfew has been lifted. Last year we were not able to host. It was Christmas under lockdown. The way things are going, really pray the new virus doesn't hinder us again from enjoying, but we have positive mindset. We are optimistic about Christmas, so we're going to have guests in our house definitely. And so I wanted Ruth, obviously, our always favorite mixologist. I usually look for the right name to call her, not bartender. Is here today to show us 3 simple cocktails you can make. I know this is a season where you're sent to the shop and then unajikuta Mombasa. So we are going to have very many impromptu guests. So you want to ensure you have your A game all the time. So Ruth is here to show us how to make 3 simple cocktails that ensure your A game is on. Whether you're prepared or not, if you're caught off guard, you are going to shine this Christmas season, because anyway, we didn't host last year. So this year we have to do our best. So welcome, Ruth.
Thank you, as always.
Welcome.
Always a pleasure to be on set with you.
She's a perfectionist. This took a while.
So today we're going to make impromptu cocktails because this is the season again where your friends come, your relatives come unannounced, and you really have to bring your A game. Of course, everyone I think must have a gin in the house.
Yes, your favorite.
Yes.
So stock ups.
I pour gin, and then I have a sherry. If you don't have, you can add jam. So I'm going to put that so that it goes at the bottom of the drink. And then, if you understand and know Kathy, you know she loves a fragolino.
Sparkling wine. It can be that sparkling wine. Can it be champagne or just sparkling wine?
It can be champagne. It can be sparkling wine, whatever you choose. It can be sweet, it can be dry, brut, whatever you choose.
Whatever you have also available. It's about also working with what you have so you don't stress.
Yes. So now you carefully.
It's nice already.
Thank you. So because it's Christmas, we are going to put a rosemary just to signify Christmas. It's like a Christmas tree. Oops. If you want to look fancier,
A game. Remember A game this Christmas. So last year they gave us time to breathe. So this Christmas we come back with our A game.
Yeah.
Don't tell me the drink is ready.
Yes, it's ready. So
this is our fast cocktail. As usual, ensure you drink responsibly, and that's where I'm going to talk about some etiquette tips or some reminders for this season when it comes to drinking. Yes. Ruth, if you could mention, how many years have you been on this job, whether informally or like, you know, we might not have studied for it, but I'm sure you've served many cocktails. What are some of those things that you would mention to people that will enable us to drink responsibly, enjoy, and to ensure that we have a good time without doing things we regret, or making a person uncomfortable, or being rude or impolite, especially guests?
Okay. So number 1 to start with, when you're coming into a bar, know your drink. Make sure you know, do you take gin, do you take vodka? You must know your drink, so you don't have to go into a party and take anything that is available. Okay. So that again you're well taken care of. It's the festive season. We don't want you throwing up or
embarrassing yourself. Drinking something that you normally don't drink.
Number 2, know how to handle your glass.
Okay.
So, Kathy, show us how you handle this glass.
How I handle this glass?
Yes.
I would handle it like this, from this stem.
Okay. So what we should avoid doing is holding the glass from that end, because number 1, you're making the drink warm. Always make sure you drink or sip from one side. Not really one, but minimize your lipstick from smudging all over the glass, because it does not look nice or cute.
When it comes to mixing drinks and people getting excited. I'm sure you've seen so many things. You being a mixologist.
Yes.
For example, if I'm getting too drunk and I come to you and I want to be served another drink, could you try and explain that scenario, because it does happen from your end as a professional mixologist? What would you recommend?
Okay, so what happens if I know for sure you've taken too much? I have the right of saying I cannot sell to you, or this is the end of the drinking for you for tonight, so that at the end of the day I'm making sure you're safe. And for you also, you don't have to be rude when you're asking for that drink, because sometimes, even in my career, I've found that when you tell someone, unfortunately sir or madam, I can't sell for you anymore, they're like, you know, they insult you. Yeah, they want to, you know, they want to drink, and you know, someone might die.
True.
And you do not want that to be on you.
Yes, because you don't know if that person is driving home.
Yeah.
You don't want them to embarrass themselves, cause a fight. And also, we have to be honest, sometimes life is also happening.
Oh yeah.
So you can drink, and that is the day you have a lot of stress.
Kindly know your limit when you're drinking, so that number one, you don't embarrass yourself in front of the host or other guests.
Also, if you are getting a bit tipsy and you're getting a bit drunk, because some days you're tired, like physical tired, emotionally tired, you can request the mixologist to, maybe if you're making a cocktail, to ensure you get a single instead of a double.
Okay,
which is good advice.
True. Yeah, when you come into a bar, of course there are people drinking maybe at the counter, and maybe there are people who are also waiting for drinks, or they're just chatting. So when you come into a bar, it's good manners to just make sure the bartender or the mixologist knows you've arrived in a bar. So you can just nod to just let them know you're there.
Yeah, and eye contact does help.
Yes.
And don't be impatient. And what do you suggest about pointing objects, phones?
Yeah, so what you do, you don't do this. You don't do this. You don't get money out of your pocket and say, I need to be sold for. Yeah, so just be polite so that, you know, you can be served.
Okay.
What normally happens, we ask waiters to make sure they have everyone's order. So when everyone is seated down, someone has jotted down your order, and they come to the bar, so the guest doesn't have to wait while standing. They patiently wait where they're seated.
I understand. And they can be having water, or maybe a juice that is already readily available.
Snacks
Okay.
while they wait.
Okay.
Yeah, so another tip to note, as ladies, unfortunately, sometimes we go to parties. We might not know everyone at the party. If you feel like you are unsafe, kindly, what you do, you just come to the bar, let the bartender know you're not comfortable where you are. So what the bartender or the mixologist should do is either call a cab for you, or make sure you're safe to go home.
There are many points to go through and many etiquette reminders during this drinking period. We'll be making our second cocktail, and then we'll be going through more. I hope you can relate.
So for the second drink, you'll have to put ice cubes. So normally what I try and do, and it's something I've taught Kathy, you start with the non-alcoholic drinks first, so that if you've made a mistake, it's not an expensive mistake.
Yes.
So this is mixed berry juice. And if you know that, you should know that raising the bar cannot come without its own syrup.
Yes, it's own syrup, and it's homemade, and it's healthy, and she makes it herself. That's a tick. That's a plus for me, because we don't want those holiday calories piling up.
Yeah. This time round, we're just going to use a clear gin.
So that was ice, mixed berry juice, syrup, homemade syrup, gin.
Yeah. So what we're going to do,
now this is where your skills come in.
Shake the drink. Yeah. So when you're shaking the drink, make sure you shake it vigorously and nice, so that the drink can get that coldness.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And when you're shaking, please smile, so that, you know, you're not putting up.
Like you're not enjoying your job.
Yes.
She does enjoy her job, by the way. I've worked with her. Just be careful, the guests never leave. Oh, that's a strainer.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I might just show off my skills this Christmas.
This Christmas, yeah. So what we do,
Thank God there is a tonic. I was starting to get afraid.
you put some tonic.
Oh.
Fun fact, you can use your rose flowers to garnish a drink.
Oh.
Yes.
Can you dry them? You do dry sometimes.
Yes.
She does dry her fruits. She can dry her
Yeah.
her rose petals just as she's had a busy time.
Yeah.
So this is my second one.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I can't wait to taste it. So let's see.
How's that?
I like this one more than the first one.
That's fine. It's okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
because the other one had sugar. This one, this one is not as doesn't have as much sugar.
Okay.
Yes. So second cocktail, very simple. Do you sell your syrup, by the way, Ruth?
Yes, we
Are you starting?
are starting to sell our syrup very soon.
Good.
So another tip to note is that when you're buying drinks, maybe you have a group of friends, you should let the bartender or the person who's serving you know that this one round is my round.
It's on you.
Is on you, so that when everyone has been served the drink, you don't start disputing the bill.
Please do not be those people. When it comes to ordering the drink, you're awake and you're happy. When it comes to paying, you are reading the bill and analyzing it like it's an encyclopedia. If you really wanted to go through your bill, item by item, and there's no problem, please ensure to get your bill an hour and a half before closing time.
Yeah. If you notice there's a problem, you can call someone else or call the manager on duty to help you out.
Yes, but
Yeah.
but we remember, be respectful at all times and kind at all times.
Yes. Respect the establishment's rules. If there's a rule that says do not smoke, kindly respect that. Do not go ahead and start smoking, because it endangers everyone's life. It's not only an establishment, it might be someone's home as well.
It's true.
Yeah,
true.
so follow whatever they've set up as the rule, and that is it.
And when accidents do happen, because we have those one-off, we have those bad incidents or those terrible days, please ensure to profusely apologize and give people chances. Mistakes do happen.
Yeah.
People do change, and people can learn to know when it's enough. We all started drinking alcohol. No one was born knowing. So mistakes do happen. Sometimes you can try something that doesn't go down well with you.
Yeah.
So let's ensure to extend grace also. Yeah?
Yeah.
So now we go to our third easy cocktail.
We are grateful that today we are not chewing any ice.
We are not chewing. Oh, yes. Ruth is actually shouting in this video. She knows I love chewing ice. So she mentioned when she serves you ice, please don't chew. It's meant to make the drink cooler. And also I think it's a trick for them to ensure that it dilutes the drink. So you keep coming back.
No, we want to make sure you're
Yes.
dehydrated. So that's orange juice, fresh.
Yes.
Do next.
Favorite. Pomegranate seeds.
Some pomegranate seeds.
My hands are clean.
Then we're going to add pink guava. Make sure this December you enjoy.
Gin again. She really knows I like gin. Hey, I don't think Ruth is going home with this syrup today.
It's okay.
I need to make some cocktail when I go home.
Finish that up with a tonic. And then some more pomegranate. And then, because we're being creative,
Oh yes, it's an art. Nice. Third cocktail. Let's see.
okay.
Okay. Third, I'm sold. I think it's also important for the mixologist and the host to bring their A game.
Okay.
Ensure that you have, for lack of a better word, legit drinks. I know
Yes.
that does happen sometimes.
Yeah.
Ensure that you buy from your usual supplier so that you can be able to trace the source of your alcoholic drinks.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it does happen. You can taste a drink, or many times you've experienced that you can't trace where it's from. You taste a gin or you taste a whiskey and you're like,
It's not the same.
yeah, I'm sure it does happen.
Yeah.
And that's just, such is just the world.
Yes.
And it's not even a matter of establishment or how expensive the drink happens. It happens even to the good quality drinks,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah.
And I think also communication between mixologist and the host is important, ensuring she has all these things to now add flavor and creativity to the cocktail. She always does send me a list. Always when we have a party, discuss. I give her free rein because it's creativity as for her. But when you have ingredients, it's easier for
me to come
and entertain the guest. When it comes to preparation, so that at least you can understand what it entails.
Okay.
How long should you set up before your guests arrive?
So normally I do 2-3 hours because you can forget something.
True.
So 2-3 hours will give you enough time to go back to the supermarket, to go back home and collect whatever equipment you've left. So 2-3 hours is good.
Okay.
Yes.
Before. When it comes to let's say wine and cocktails, and do you recommend a fresh glass for each if it's possible?
Yes, I recommend a fresh glass for each drink because sometimes when we're in a party, we are not all the same. So sometimes I can, find something and put it in your drink, or find maybe this is a mess and put whatever. You don't know where my hands have been. So I recommend every time you ask for fresh cocktail, get a fresh glass, or if you've left your cocktail somewhere, just get another cocktail. Yeah.
And also because of allergies and everything else.
Yeah. Yes.
And lastly, before we finish, when it comes, because I've hosted so many times,
Okay.
stock taking before and after. Okay, I'll be honest, after I'm bad at it, but stock taking before
It's very important.
is important. How do you handle it?
Okay, so what I usually advise is when you buy all the drinks that we've discussed prior to the event, we will come, and then when the drinks come, we will make sure that we have a list. So both you and I will go over the list and tick whatever has been received. So in the event, you'll realize that maybe gin is moving faster than vodka or whiskey. So I let you know and say, Kathy, the gin is moving faster, so maybe we might have to replenish. And after, when the event is done, whatever has remained is packed nicely. You have to leave the bar as clean as you found it. You have to wash the glasses. You have to take out your bin, and then I'll tell Kathy, I am done. Please allow me to go home.
Yes, and as a host, I appreciate that. I ensure there are beans. There's a black pepper for beans, and I like the fact that Ruth never ever has ever, when the event is over, follow you around the bill. She always ensures, and I think she does that purposely. She always ensures, okay, the next day after, she gives, I think, the guests 24 hours to get over, if you have a hangover, to relax, to be sober before she sends the bill. And to be honest, I've never had an incident where sometimes you find the drinks are running out unreasonably, like you said, you're not being professional. And also I think because she's a mixologist and she's in charge of the bar, she does have people who help her to serve, and she might call them when she has a job. Sometimes you can't control those people and they might drink alcohol, which is unprofessional, although sometimes you try to train them, but they can't do that. If you do note that with one of her staff, kindly let her know. Yeah, because it does happen. You find the person serving, or the person who's offering the service or waitressing or serving the drinks is now maybe taking a beer and going behind the tent to have a drink. So don't be too harsh. Let her know, because that those are not her values, and that's not her etiquette when it comes to do business. And she will definitely act on it. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and you have learned etiquette during this time for your mixologist, for your host, you as the host, and also you as the caterer is required of you. Enjoy, make merry, drink responsibly, be kind to one another, and until the next video, bye bye. Thank you, Ruth.